What's going on, everybody? It's the What to Do podcast here. Super excited. I know I've been gone for a little bit, but we're back at it. We got Miles Noland in the house.
Yes,
What's going on,
sir.
Miles?
Hey, what's going on,
Yeah,
Cody? Yeah, man.
yeah,
Thanks for having me once again, brother.
we got a lot to talk about sports wise, man.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Some positive, some negative, but uh, we're gonna have a little game to play too a little bit later in the pod, but yeah, man, should be a fun little pod, but we're just gonna get right to it. NFL free agency. Um, while I was working, I just had YouTube up, just paying attention to what guys are going where, rumors. Um, I want to start off with some people that you feel like was a really good move. Um, moving from their team or even just a steal, like wow, that was a really good player going there. Um, what are some moves that maybe you can think of, or maybe just one, and we can kind of go back and forth?
I mean, I it also hurts me, but also too because my mom's a fan. Mike Evans going
Yeah,
to the Niners. That hurt me personally, but I get it. I've told you countless times. I just think Bowles, needs to go. Or maybe just move back to the defensive coordinator because again, like I think he can run a defense. It's just the way the team's going as a Tampa Bay, it just looks like we're kind of just either stagnant or just going downhill. Look like
yeah.
last year, even though we had injuries last year, it I don't know, man. I just think we really are like we have receivers, but we're just losing pieces. We just lost Rashad White to the Commanders as well. So we'll see what our running back,
That's
duo
tough,
looks
man.
like.
Yeah, it's tough.
I think what's his name? K9 going to the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs, they're losing a ton of defensive talent. Defensive players they've lost. I think McDuffie to the Rams, if I'm not mistaken. They
Yeah, that
lost a
was
couple
a
of
trade. Yeah,
the trade. Okay, so and then
and they lost Watson too.
Watson. So like
Yeah.
they lost Cook, I think that was back there. So like
Hmm.
we'll see what their defense looks like. I do believe they should be better. After hearing, I guess Patrick Mahomes' injury wasn't as significant as we thought. But I think it's hard to say steal. Right
I
now.
think Kenneth was a good. That was a really good pickup for them. I felt like
Oh yeah, Kenneth.
um losing Pacheco, like Pacheco was a hard worker, but I think he definitely upgraded in the running back position. Um, I think that was a weird move for Seattle. I felt like their duo there was really good, with both of their running backs, and I just thought that was kind of a weird one that they couldn't get that one done after winning a Super Bowl. Um,
Yeah, because they lost Tariq Woolen to the Eagles too. So like
yeah,
you lost a key piece defensively. You lost a key piece offensively. You're still gonna have pieces because I think that GM knows what he's doing and he's gonna make sure that he fills those voids, right? And, Tariq Woolen could be one of those guys. He's just his speed is just you can't really stop it. But him and I'm blanking on the safety for the Eagles, white guy that I really love
oh,
so much.
Blankenship.
No, the other one. It's who is his name? Eagles safeties. Like when I say his name, you'll know what I'm talking about because it's the opposite guy of Blankenship. It's
The other white guy,
yeah,
Desheen or whatever, Degene.
Dejean Cooper. Yeah, that one. Him and Tariq back there. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of crazy. Um, I do like some of the Steelers pickups with Jaquan Briskar and Michael Pittman. I think those are pretty good pieces. It's hard because I don't know what Mike McCarthy's going to bring to the table with it. So we have a
Yeah.
whole new regime: defensive coordinator, offensive, play caller. It's like the team's going to be different, but I do trust Mike McCarthy to be, how do I say, like maybe not go all the way, but be in contention of some sort, be a better offense of some sort, be a better team moving forward of some sort. I trust his coaching prowess in that aspect. Even with from the Packers to the Cowboys, is one of those like they're good. He'll get you at least to a playoff and maybe a playoff win, which is what we're clamoring for. But we'll see what the team does being that he's a Pittsburgh native, we'll see if he does something different. But I don't know. Overall, I think the biggest, I guess, head scratcher and biggest, I guess, win, maybe the Baltimore Ravens still getting Hutchinson? What's his
Not Hutchinson,
Hendrickson. Getting
Hendrickson,
him is great,
Trey
even,
Hendrickson.
but I think Max Crosby would have been. I don't know. They would have been. People already were saying there were no excuses for Lamar. Adding him would have been like Lamar. If you can't win now, you'll never win, type of thing. So we'll see if
Yeah,
that narrative stays. But I thought that was a
we'll
huge
definitely
pickup.
get into that. That's definitely one of the talking points. But I thought the Eagles, losing Jalen Phillips,
So that's big. Yeah,
that
yeah,
was a big one. And then the Panthers, I feel like the Panthers made some really good moves, getting on um Devin Lloyd.
yeah,
Like
man.
I feel like they're just shoring up that defense even more
Yeah,
than it already was last year. So man, it feels like the Panthers went out and made some good moves. The I I really wanted the Rams to get this guy. I can't stand his helmet, but Romeo Dobbs. Romeo
as
Dobbs.
soon as you said the helmet, I said it's got to be Roe. Got to be
Romeo
Roe.
Dobbs. I feel like he's
No.
a dog, man. He's
He
such a
is.
good
He's just. I
wide
don't like
receiver.
him from a health standpoint. He's always with
Yes.
knickknacking injuries. I wouldn't. That's the only reason why I don't like him. Is because I just can't trust him to be on the field. It's very much. I'm not gonna say it's very much like Kittle. Because Kittle to me is just a better. I mean, at his position, tight end wise, he's just one of the best in the league. It's just he's always hurt. It's always like knickknacking injuries. Can't really stay healthy.
Yeah.
That's the 49er talk. But the Romeo, I like him because he does catch in traffic, right? He's not afraid to get hit. He's always open. He got great hands. Availability, man. It's just that's what you guys need, especially with that quarterback.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
think I think with the Patriots getting him, I thought that was a good replacement for Diggs. Which Diggs was I believe Diggs was pretty healthy all year, but he's had some weird injuries too. Um
he's a free agent still, right?
yes, I believe so. I
Yeah,
just think that Romeo Dobbs has that man, some of the games that he played like when he played against Dallas, he just went off. And I just think he's that streaky guy. He's not your number 1, but he can definitely be a good 2 or 3 guy that's gonna give you,
solid
um,
receiving. Yeah, because
solid receiver.
he just has great hands, great route running. Not the best speed, but like good
Yeah.
enough. Um, Getting older
Um,
though, so
yeah,
maybe teams
definitely
aren't
getting
making a
older,
risk.
and
Yeah,
I can't stand his helmet.
Diggs
No,
or Dobbs.
Dobbs cannot
Yeah,
do the helmet. And
yeah.
and I believe the
Cannot
Steelers
stand it.
can't do it. The Steelers getting, Jamel Dean, that I feel like that was a good pick, but you guys also
No, it's
got rid
good.
of, um oh, I know you guys got rid of him a while ago,
Who's
Fitzpatrick. You guys got rid of him a
yeah,
while ago,
he's
right?
a because I think he just now he went somewhere just reached like this year in free agency. Was it the Saint? No, I forgot where he went, but I just saw the ticker on like Thursday and Friday. Everybody's going to the Jets. He went to the Jets.
I I know the Steelers lost Darnell Savage. I feel like he's a good safety, um, but I know them, you know, maybe getting a safety in the draft. I don't know, but
Well, we got is Jaquan we got Jaquan to replace I think him or Deshaun Elliott.
yeah, you did get Brisk. I see that, and then you also got Rico Daddle.
That one I like a lot.
He's a hustle player, man. He gets
He
out there and he
is.
gets it done, man.
Since we lost Kenneth, what's his name? Kenneth Gainwell, which I really liked. I thought that was a good at least replacement of
Yeah,
a guy who because Rico Dowdle's underrated in my opinion. I think From the backfield, he can run the ball. I feel like he could be an every down back, and he can catch the ball. That's a huge
Yes.
part of his game, at least with the Panthers. Not a lot of receivers can do that, so we'll see what that duo will do with him and uh blanking on my own Steelers running back. But we'll see
Because
what them.
Gainwell's gone, I believe.
He's gone. Yeah,
Yeah, he's gone.
but we still have, man, what is his name? Why am I blanking on? Jeez, dude.
I'm not even thinking about who.
Jalen Warren. Jeez, God, I don't know why I
Man.
was struggling with that.
Okay. Yeah.
It's been a day.
That's a solid backfield, man.
Yeah, and we still have the rookie Caleb Johnson. So I think he made one bad play his rookie year, and I feel like he's been punished for it ever since. I don't know if you remember the play, but
It's
yeah,
just gonna come down to, do they think what's his name is ready at quarterback?
Will Howard
Guy from Will Howard.
can't wait.
I
Okay, well, I just want to see him play.
I my thing is, I think you go out and get Kirk Cousins.
Oh, don't you dare!
You get Kirk Cousins
Don't speak that into
and you
existence.
wait another year, man. Like,
Not Kirk though. I
I
can't do Kirk.
know
I can't do
a
Kirk.
lot of interceptions, but he did pretty good for the Falcons at the end of the year there.
I need a mobile quarterback.
I
That's
understand.
it. That if we would have took a chance on Malik Willis, would have been fine with it. But
No,
like even
I
though even
can't.
and
That guy now.
even though like actually maybe not that because I don't really care for Malik Willis. But it's like
Tua,
I need
Tua.
I promise you I was burned.
I hope Tua, man, he turns it around, bro.
I do
Because
too.
he gets a
He got hate. He gets a
lot of hate, bro.
But I mean the CTE, we're seeing it. I think that's the
But
problem.
that's not dude. He's just playing football. Like, people are hating on him so much when he's just playing football, man. He's
He loves the
getting
game.
tore up.
You know what? I
He's getting
think I
he's
think it's
getting tore up.
his post game. That's what made it worse
Yeah,
because he's talking more than he's ever talked, and we're like, okay, Tua, we're seeing a lot of little CTE action happening here, and
yeah.
everybody wants to point to that, of course. Hopefully, he's actually healthy, and hopefully, he has a longer career. He has talent around him. Like realistically, the Atlanta Falcons have talent all over the place. Uh, they were they didn't do well last year. They kind of underperformed, at least in the beginning of the year. They got better
Hmm.
towards the end. Um, I'm not a Penix fan personally. I didn't realize he had that many injuries coming into the league. I found it out when he got hurt again, and they were like, "This is like his third ACL or some tear," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" So
I've never been high on him. I've never,
yeah,
even coming out of college, I was like, "Hmm,
he
you know,
cool, he
he cool."
cool, but yeah, I don't know. He shouldn't have started, but
How do you
it,
feel about Murray going
the
to the
Vikings.
Vikings?
Not gonna lie, man. Here's the thing, dude. I think if you would have said this would have been like if this was last year where Sam Darnold had left and now Kyler Murray was coming in, I probably would have been like, this is why they do that. They should have just kept Sam Darnold. The way, like, I feel like, unfortunately, the way JJ came in, like, off of injury his first year, really
Yeah,
kind of like slow pace, and then good games, some games, bad games here, now it's like, well, you can't get any worse at this moment. So Kyler would be better, especially for JJ, Justin Jefferson. So like, I do like it. I've never been high on Kyler Murray personally. I just, from what I hear, right, and this is more like I hear that he thinks he's better than what he is, or that he's all about himself versus team. I don't know how true it is, man. Maybe his mind's shifted now that he's not going to be in the Cardinals, and now he has to prove himself with the Vikings. Don't know, but because of that, I'm just like I'm not high on him as a leader.
yeah.
Um,
And I
so
think they need one there.
they
I
need
think they
one there, yeah, and that's the problem. So I don't see it, but I think the first 5 games is going to be like, wow, like this team's looking deadly. Then you're like, he's Kyler Murray. Let's figure it out. And
I'm sure Jefferson is really happy because I feel
yeah,
like he's going to be able to have. I think Murray gives them a chance. I don't think he puts them over the top.
Right.
I think he definitely gives them a chance, and if you can give Justin Jefferson just a
Just
chance
a chance,
to
man.
catch the ball and be successful, I think they'll be successful on the offensive end. I
Yeah.
don't know about defensive end. I don't know too much about them on the defensive end. I don't think they struggled too much defensively. I think it was more just they could not get things together offensively. I think people just you have to scout these quarterbacks in the way that I don't think, in my opinion, I never had JJ McCarthy being a starter right away. I had him being a guy that can sit like he did behind someone like he gets hurt and then he's sitting behind Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold does well. I feel like that was the time for the Vikings to be like, okay, we don't have to make the hard decision here. He had such a good season. I know it's hindsight because, he won a Super Bowl, the first team he went to.
Right.
But it seemed like Sam Darnold finally got his spot in the NFL, and it felt like the Vikings was gonna be a good fit. I think it just came down to they just didn't execute in their playoffs, they didn't execute at the end of the season.
Yeah.
He messed up a lot, but I just feel like that was a good reason. That was a quarterback you should have paid. And then they
Yeah.
end up now going, "Okay, we're gonna go with McCarthy." Then I go, "Okay, they're making their decision. They have to live with it." But
Right.
now all of a sudden they're like, "Yeah, we don't wanna live with it anymore. We wanna go and get Murray." I just don't think that's so fair to both quarterbacks. I mean, more Murray, it's nice for Murray because he could just get away from the Cardinals, but I'd be very sketchy about going to Minnesota at first because I'd be like, "Are you just gonna move away from me 5 games into the season? Or are you just gonna be like, oh, we're gonna go back to JJ, like, 2 years from now, and you're gonna be done. You got 2
Yeah.
years to win, bro."
I think
Um,
because they're giving him a 1 year, right? Like
yeah, it
Kyler
was a 1
Murray.
year.
So I think that's a this is what I didn't really care for, like when the Steelers did it with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. It was like, okay, make a decision. Like I understand if you want to bring Russell in for a 1 year deal, fine. Like that was cheap because I think the Broncos were still paying him. So like we got him for free. Like put him in there. Let's let him learn under
Yeah.
Justin. Let him take a year off. Let him figure it out. Let him know how to read defenses, and then go with Justin Fields. But I think what happened was didn't work out that way. Like Justin came in, or Russ got hurt. Justin came in. Just like, and then both quarterbacks end up leaving. So now we're back with like square one. Like you said, I think it's if I'm Kyler Murray, I'm like, well, for one, I get to prove myself with talented folks. People that are doubting me, like I could show you that I can still play. And then two, if he does play well, now like what you just said, like what happens? What happens after that? Are you gonna like let him go, or are you going to keep him and just have JJ ride the bench, or you getting rid of JJ because you've already committed to him, which is why. And sorry, is probably no longer there. His decision making really got him fired. The I think he's the owner of GM. He got fired this past year for his decisions. But no, I think, like you said, I think it's better to have Kyler there over JJ at
Oh,
least for
yeah,
next
yeah,
year,
I
100%.
for sure, for
What it
sure.
looks like after the year for JJ, I couldn't tell you. Kyler would I think have to play so bad or hurt where he can't stay healthy and on field that gives JJ the opportunity again to stay on the field and prove himself, and it becomes that revolving door of like who's our
Yeah,
quarterback next year.
I just it's so weird to me, like, I really like the coach. I think he's
O'Connell,
a
yeah,
good quarterback coach, but it was just so weird that you guys went and drafted McCarthy, and then you're already giving up on it. When I understand he was bad, and I know I'm a Michigan fan, but it just kind of felt like he didn't get the fair shake there, and maybe he just needs to move on from there.
probably, yeah.
Um, go somewhere where he can feel like maybe he can get a shot or a better offense, but it feels like this coach is kind of a quarterback whisperer. If you think about it, like he had Cousins go there, and Cousins had a lot of hype leaving Washington, I believe it was. Um, but it wasn't a for sure thing, and almost I think he got them to the NFC Championship.
I can't remember.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
You could be correct, but
Or I think maybe they just lost to the Saints or something. Maybe they beat them. I think that was the game that they beat them. He just chucked up
mm.
a to Diggs. Um,
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I just think the Vikings have had those chances to, like, you had Cousins, you gave up on that, and then you went, all right, let's go get Sam Darnold. And then we're also going to draft a quarterback. Well, Sam Darnold started doing well, so it was like, okay, you guys found your quarterback, and then when it came to the free agency, they're like, yeah, we don't want to pay him. We got McCarthy, and it's like, okay. And then now they're like, we got Murray. And you're like, you guys are all over
you
the
guys are
place.
all over the map. I saw
Yeah.
that it said like Steelers were going to get Kyler. I would have been mad as well. I'm just tired of it. Like, just I want to see Will Howard. We all want to see Will Howard, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. I mean,
Yeah,
and
and you have to center your offense around that guy. Why does it work in Frisco? Like, it works in Frisco because Kyle, and
I
I
mean,
don't think Purdy is this amazing quarterback. I think him and Kyle have learned how to be really good coach duo and quarterback.
yeah,
And he feeds off of his strengths. And I think sometimes these coaches, when they come in, they're like, I want my perfect quarterback and I need to have this quarterback. No, play to his strengths. Whatever that quarterback, if it's Will Howard, whatever his strengths are, feed off of those. Build your team kind of off of that. Going and getting two or getting one really good wide receiver. And I know Metcalf sometimes he's just a little up and down, but he's a solid wide receiver. And then you have Pittman now that is a dog. So it's like now you got two really good guys that he can kind of throw the ball to
yeah,
and be confident throwing to those guys. But I don't know. The free agency was wild, but the one big thing that is the Max Crosby deal. Um, that folding, I think it was
yeah.
Thursday night, it completed, or they basically said we're trading two first rounders. Was there like other rounds? Maybe like a
No, it was
fourth
just
or
it was just two first rounders, I
okay.
think.
Um, two first rounders for Max Crosby. Weekend goes by, all of a sudden Monday trades off, no more
Dude,
trade. And I think this is one of the weirder ones because usually when someone's hurt, you're not trying to trade for that person. Um,
right.
and I thought that was such a weird move by the Ravens to go for Max heavily. And then all of a sudden, no, we don't want him because of the physical.
Can't
Well,
bet, yeah.
you knew he wasn't going to pass the physical. He's not completely healthy. So you knew that going in. I thought that was, people are kind of skating over that. And I'm like, yes, I understand why they didn't get him. He failed the physical, like, but you knew he just got off of crutches. Like, he's not going to pass your physical.
Yeah.
Um,
I
I
mean,
just thought it was
never.
such a weird move. And I think my conspiracy in me, the conspiracy code wants to say that they basically took Max off the board and was seeing the market for the rest of the edge rushers, which that would be Trey Hendrickson, I think it is.
Yeah.
Um, and I think they
He's
wanted to
solid too.
see,
This is
yeah, and I think they wanted to see what his asking price was. Because they were still going after him on the weekend, I heard. Um,
yeah,
so that's weird. It's very weird to me. That's why even to most of the guys on ESPN are even they're kind of like, this is weird. Um,
yeah.
and I know some people were like, hey, he didn't pass the physical. They have the all right to back out of it. And I said, I totally believe in that. They can back out of the deal. It wasn't official. There's nothing wrong with that. It's more, I think they kind of gamed the system. I think they went, we're going, and this is just me conspiracy. I'm just thinking that they took Max off the board. So all these teams we're trying to get Trey because he's the next best edge rusher that's kind of in the market because everybody was going after Max. Everybody, they said the Raiders were getting so many calls about Max. Dallas was so heavy. It's also weird that the doctor for Dallas was the one that looked at his physical too.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
so I'd be very interested if he goes to Dallas. If he ends up getting traded and going to Dallas, my skeptical hippo eyes coming out of the water is going to be
You'd be like, hey, well,
what's going on
how
here?
did this happen?
Like the Ravens basically kind of said, "Hey, let's make a deal here with Jerry." It's like Jerry said, "Hey, call our doctor up. He's gonna make this thing not official. You guys are gonna get. You guys really want Trey Hendrickson? Really? You guys play him every year.
Right.
So,
Interesting.
and I think they got Trey cheaper
They didn't
than
have to give up two firsts, so much
no,
cheaper. And
much cheaper.
he's a if anything, he has more sacks than Max. Is he better
Yeah,
than Max? I don't think so. I think Max is dealing with being the only defender the Raiders have, and so he has to do everything. I'm not gonna say similar to Myles Garrett because Myles Garrett has a great defense, but it's just double teams. Max is just a different animal. There's two things to this. One, I didn't know about the team doctor for Dallas, so it will be interesting to see that. He just came out and said, Max did, that I'm a Raider for life, like after that Ravens debacle. So we'll see what
mhm.
happens, right? Maybe he doesn't know something. Maybe he does. Who knows? Who cares? So if he does end up with Dallas, great. We'll see what Dallas can finally do something with that. But the other thing is when I saw that, right? Like, oh, like rescinded, rejected. I thought it already went through. What the hell happened? Apparently the GM was like, we wanted to pair both of them. I don't know how much money the Ravens have. I really don't. But he was like,
Yeah,
we really wanted
nuts.
Max and Hendrickson. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. If they would have got both of them dudes, hey Lamar, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. You gotta get there. Stay healthy. You
Well,
gotta
Miles,
get there.
also
I'm
too,
kidding, but
shout out to the white boys, dude.
they,
Like it would be
what's
at
up?
Baltimore, dude. Shout out to the white boys. That'd be
What
so
up?
funny,
That would have been
dude.
they would have been two dominant. You couldn't pass. You couldn't pass the ball,
Yeah,
especially
it
if they
would
got in
definitely
dominant
be
game.
tough.
Dude,
It'd be
they
tough.
because I don't think they're keeping Roquan. Um, I think I heard something about that the other day. I don't know what happened to that, but I heard Roquan wasn't going to be there. He's old. Gotta get him replaced anyway. Like he's going to retire at some point. I don't think he's going to retire, but I heard he wasn't going to be staying there along with some other key defensive piece. But they still have Kyle Hamilton back there. That's all you really need in the backfield or
Yeah.
backside. And then if you had two great edge rushers, that Baltimore defense, which really needed help last year, would have definitely upgraded. Um,
Yeah,
but
it is interesting. There's I just thought there was really weird things there with Dallas. And I will say this, not being the conspiracy guy, I guess this Dallas guy, the Dallas doctor gets called for a lot.
oh,
Uh,
does he? Okay.
like he does a lot of physicals for a lot of teams because Texas is kind of central.
Hmm.
So
Easy
he's
to get
kind of
there.
one of the, yeah, he's also one of the well-known doctors in the NFL. So
Got it.
I think he also looked at Mahomes also too. I think he actually performed this surgery on Mahomes,
Oh wow.
but um yeah, this team that their team doctor is very well known in the NFL.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
that's also another thing to layer to add that he's not it's not just Jerry's world and and we don't know what's going on in it.
Conspiracy.
This doctor does get calls all the time
I
about
got you.
physicals and stuff. Um but I just thought it was very interesting. I thought, and I wanted to share that if Dallas does end up getting him, skeptical hippo eyes for sure coming out of the
Can
water.
they afford him? Like what's Dallas's budget? Because they put a franchise tag on Pickens, right? They didn't
Yes,
pay
but
him yet.
they are moving around. They restructured maybe close to
40?
5 or 6 people.
Oh.
But dude, they restructured so many contracts that they are going for it in these next 2 years. Like it If they don't win in these next 2 years, it's done, man.
Dude, do you think like
Um,
how many years do you think Jerry's got left? Not to like be alive, but more so like do you think he'll I don't think he'll give up the team, so I guess yeah.
no, it's definitely going to his sons,
Right.
and his daughter and stuff. But I think he's already kind of backing out a little bit. I think he's starting to realize that he is a little bit of a detriment.
Oh,
And it sounds like his oldest son, Steven,
yeah.
is taking over most of the operations. I think when it comes to big picture stuff like the trades, um, I think Jerry's a little bit more involved. But the day-to-day stuff that Jerry was kind of handling, yeah, he's been kind of out of like Steven hired this new defensive coordinator. So this is kind of Steven's new defensive coordinator. Eh,
Mm.
and he had the coach be involved in Schottenheimer being involved in this too. So it kind of seems like Jerry's kind of already taking a little bit of a back seat, but it's still Jerry's world. I think honestly, I think he's got 5 years, man. I
Oof.
don't think he has much more until because already how he was talking was like this guy's not making any sense, man.
Yeah, like the last
The
couple
guy's
dude, he's it's like are you're not making any we gotta get you checked. Something's going on.
yeah.
You're getting old, Jerry.
Yeah, so I
Wow.
think the Cowboys are slowly but surely trying to let Jerry just kind of be the face, and they're doing a lot of the work, which that's how it should be. I mean, he shouldn't be doing all this work. He really shouldn't be.
No, I mean, but let some people that coach like have power to coach to do
Football minds be part of
be
the process.
come on,
Yeah,
man. Like if things haven't worked for this like if you've tried your way and it hasn't worked for this span, okay, we gotta try something different. Like mix it
yeah.
up. Um we'll see. I think dude, Dallas is always one of those teams that has talent everywhere. Last year was defensively was
Offense was,
disgusting,
I think, the top five.
but oh, offense is dangerous. Defense
Yeah,
is disgusting. It was bad, but they got to get that buffered, get that together, and I think they'll be okay. They have enough
yeah,
talent offensively to stay in games, but it was just too much last year.
yeah.
So yeah,
Alrighty then, man. Well, let's get into something that we probably disagree on a little bit.
I don't think we disagree actually.
I, eh, I think we do a little bit, but um, we're gonna we're gonna get into the Bam scoring 83 against the Wizards. When was this?
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
random
Um,
Tuesday, brother.
and this is what I'll say to start it out, man. Like, shout out to Bam, doing his thing, man. He's playing in the NBA that is right now. Um, hate it or love it. Um, he still accomplished something. It's hard to do, and he did it. Um, but I have my thoughts on it. But um, you could start it off. Kind of, what was your? How do you feel about what's kind of going on with um,
The
th-
reaction.
just the reaction, the state of NBA right now? What's
Oh,
kind of your thoughts?
so just to start it off, I watched the game Tuesday, so like I might have a different look than a lot of people that reacted to it. Because the reactions were, if I when I saw, I really didn't start seeing the reactions until maybe like you and I were speaking kind of on like how you felt about the Kobe situation, and I started to
Hmm.
really look at it. So I do have an update on that. But it's like when I watch, like when I watched the game, the man had 31 in the first quarter, and I said, "This, I don't know who this Bam is," but D Wade, I think before that game happened, within a couple of days, said there's no buzz in Miami, and I was like, yeah, there is no buzz. He just said it. It was on a podcast, and so I thought when Bam responded that way in the first quarter, I thought, man, he's pissed about that aspect of it because
Hmm.
D Wade talks to a lot of the Heat players still. He's still part of the Heat culture, like as you can imagine, right? So
He's one of the greatest
he's
Heat players of all time.
right, and so like he's still involved with like that aspect of it. So like they're boys still, And so I just thought, man, like maybe so I was watching the first quarter and I'm going, who is this dude? He's 31. Halftime, he had like 43. And then after three, he had 62 points. I said, I don't know what he's going for, but this is we'll see what happens. So when the fourth quarter started, he had 70 with 9 minutes to go. I said, it looks like he's trying to go for something here. And the crazy part about it is that 9 minutes left, we were still only up by 13. I said, I don't understand this game. We got to finish this game. And then we hit like 3 straight threes, and it became like a blowout. And then it became the stupid back and forth fouls and
Yeah.
timeouts and so like the last 6 minutes of the game, disgusting. But like if you're when you're watching the game, it's a random Tuesday night. The guy is getting a ball who doesn't get the ball that he usually gets. A defensive player that was scoring, so I could see why he was definitely trying so hard to get some sort of like be in the record books. I didn't think he was actually going to get 80 at one point because he was chucking up things. I'm like, okay, get him out, but he
Yeah.
just kept going. So after the game, I was like, wow, like congrats, dude, like you got there, right? Obviously, as a Heat fan and watching it live, I felt different than like the reaction. So if you didn't watch it, the 40-something free throws, you're just like, this is the what the F just happened? You had these free throws, you only made 7 threes. And so it looks off, but he was killing the Wizards. And so when I saw the reaction, I understood that the reaction of there's two different reactions. I understood the reaction of, okay, this kind of feels like a little bit of a fake 83 because
It's because it's not fake.
well, fake and
Robert Ory, Robert Ory said it kind of perfect. He said, "Shout out to Bam, but this kind of feels like an asterisk."
asterisk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I watched it live. I was sitting there going, okay, bro, like this was a 70-point game masquerading as 83. That's how I felt. Because again, like the first 3.5 quarters, this man was putting on a show, right? And he was I mean, it was so bad, Cody, that the Wizards fouled other players to not foul him.
Yeah,
It was bad. And so like it was like, okay, he's getting triple teamed and Miami's forcing it. So I'm like, okay, they're clearly trying. But like
yeah.
at that, I would say at that 7-minute mark, I was like, they're just trying to get the record versus like needing these points from him. So I got that aspect of it. The one part that I hated seeing a lot on the reaction was that it was like being compared to Kobe's. I absolutely hated it. And like I said, when we spoke, I saw a lot more because I was like, why did Cody say like, is this a comparison to 81? That's all that was doing on social media. And I said, oh, I get it from his standpoint because not only you're a diehard Kobe, but you're a Kobe
Mhm.
fan, not a Kobe stan. And there's a
Yeah.
mix of like back and forth of like, you got the Kobe stans that are saying this is like disrespectful to Kobe's legacy. I don't believe it's disrespectful to
I
his
don't think it's
legacy.
disrespectful
And
to
yeah,
no,
that's
no.
why you're a real fan. The stands are saying it, and then all of a sudden, trolls and memes are happening, right? It's like you see Bam with the 83, you see the Wilt, Bam, Kobe, because people that are trying to say that it's disrespectful to him are creating trolls of like, oh, you want to see disrespect? I'll show you disrespect. To me, it like one, I hate that I personally hate that Kobe's name is somehow always disrespected in a sense of like legacy. It started to dawn on me a little bit when you had sent me that message, and I was like, this is what I'm starting to understand it. Because if it was like my favorite player, especially if they passed,
Yeah.
he was disrespected when he was alive. He's been disrespected when he was gone. ESPN has him top 9 or 10, and sometimes out of it to put Curry in, so it fluctuates. You sit there and go, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So this is just like another added layer of disrespect. And when I
And he's
watch
not
it,
here.
he's not here
He's not here.
he's not
And
here.
and I
And it's
and
rough.
I think if he was here, um, the person that Kobe is, I think Kobe would have said, "I need to go play and get 85."
85.
That would have been Kobe.
That's
So it's like
Kobe. He's like, hey, congrats, Bam. I gotta go get 85 now. That's literally what I've been saying. And so online, you don't see that. You just see like the disrespect because that's what again Kobe stands and then trolls, and then probably a mix of like bronze sexuals with like Jordan said, like it's a mix of that's all we see.
Yeah.
And so it becomes a
Teams,
narrative.
man. You got to be on the
You
team,
got to be
you
on the
know?
teams, right? And so like I try to veer away from a lot of it because a lot of it doesn't make sense and it creates some sort of false narrative because I'm like, why all of a sudden is it like if what's disrespectful to Kobe to me is placing him outside of top 10 in the ESPN rankings, or if I'm a Laker and I wear an 8 or 24 jersey as a player. That to me, those are two disrespectful things that I would believe as a Kobe fan would actually be frustrating to see. An 83 from a guy that's like, hey man, I don't get this opportunity. Hey, Spoelstra, I'm gonna get you the ball tonight. You
Yeah.
just you just don't
Yeah.
get the
Yeah.
ball. Hey, it's
Yeah.
the Wizards. We talk about ethics. They're tanking. I don't know what they're doing. And
Yeah.
so
They're
this
tanking.
the state of basketball, because that was also your question, right? The foul baiting and the flopping, hate it. That's where the league high. And I think Jaylen Brown said it best the other day. It's like we're talking about ethical basketball. It's like you commend those that don't flop or foul bait like myself, but the
Exactly.
ones that are getting rewarded or benefited are the ones that do it, right? The foul baiters and the floppers. They're getting extra free throws. They're not getting technicals. So like there's a game that's being played with like load
Within the
management
game.
within the game.
Yeah.
And so you sit there and go, where are we at from a basketball standpoint? Overall, do I watch basketball every night like I used to? No, I don't, because all I see are people chucking up threes. Every night, it's like 45 threes per team. Some teams make it at a high clip, most teams don't. And so you're watching a game where it's like, oh, we scored 128. But yeah, you shot 55 threes as a team, only made 15 of them. So you missed a lot. So like I don't watch
Yeah.
basketball as like I used to. I just happened Tuesday night to watch a Heat game versus Wizards. Didn't expect that to happen. And so it made me excited because it's like he's going for something that we don't see on a day-to-day basis. The end got disgusting. But the
Got
first three
wacky. No
quarters,
wacky.
I was sitting there going, I'm entertained. Like I need to see what he can do, how much he can put up. And so there's just kind of the levels of like, I just don't like the online battle mixed with Kobe's 81 because it's not the same. To me, Kobe's 81. I didn't. We don't see Wilt's 100. So to me, 81 is the record, even though it's officially not, because we've seen the 81, right?
Yeah.
And there's no game like it that we can say. Like I've seen other Devin Booker 70, but I think they lost to the Celtics.
Yeah.
Lucas was crazy. 73, I think, what against the Hawks was insane. But and so I don't know, man. I was kind of like I was
There
mad at
was
that
there
aspect,
was
but
there was yeah, there was definitely a lot of people out there that love Kobe so much and they just want to defend Kobe to the death.
yeah,
And I'm a little bit that way,
I'm
but
I'm for
also
it. I'm for it. Yeah,
I'm a realist too at the same time. Like he broke the record, man. Like it's what it is. Let me equate it to this. I know you're not an MLB guy, but you know Barry Bonds.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Barry Bonds hit over 700 and I forgot how many home runs.
That's insane.
It's a little bit of an asterisk
Oh, is it okay?
next to it because he did
Oh,
steroids.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Duh.
But
Got you.
who was not doing steroids at that time? We have no idea. It's just all we know is Barry Bonds was doing it and everybody else was, but we know for sure Barry Bonds was doing it.
So it's an asterisk.
Um,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
so it's kind of an asterisk next to it, but I saw it. He was bombing the ball. So
Yeah.
it's it's kind of like we saw that 83 happen, but the NBA there's so much that goes into it. The NBA right now, in my opinion, is the product is turning into soccer. Um, and I like soccer. They're
I mean,
athletes.
I don't watch soccer. You
The-
have to elaborate on that.
Soccer to me, it's turned into how can I get to when you're in the like basically the penalty box,
Uh-huh.
how can I fall down and get a penalty
Oh,
um
got it.
at any cost? And I just think the NBA has turned into a very soft, no defense. I mean, that score was outrageous. 150 to 120. Like, how do the Wizards even put 120 on you? Like, nobody's playing defense. Like, that was my concern. It wasn't more like I was like, he broke Kobe's record.
Dude,
I was like, at first when I saw it, I went, dang, I'm surprised Bam did it. But then
Out of all people, yeah.
I started looking into it a little bit more, and I went, "Okay, the free throw kinda like a free throw merchant there," you know? The referees probably need to be a little bit investigated a little bit more in the NBA, not just this instant,
No, yeah, no,
um, more in general,
yeah,
but I think that's the problem with the NBA. Their ratings are lower than ever. The All-Star game is
boring.
boring.
This year was
Um,
better, but
yeah, and I know they're trying, but it's that's why I encourage people, go watch hockey, man. Um, Hockey, yes, it's hard to follow watching the puck move around, but when you learn how crazy these guys are and how much they put their body on the line every night, there's some players that don't take nights off, and they're playing back to backs. They're playing, and some people are like, "Well, those are hockey players." And you're like, but the NBA players, like, they're
that first of all, hockey. First of all, I met the every time I met a hockey player, I've never met a professional. Just to be clear, right?
yeah,
It's either someone I've met in college when I was in SCSU, or someone I've worked with when I've traveled for work, right? It's just like, oh, I played hockey. And the first question I ask, right? It's kind of the first thing when someone says, yeah, I do mixed martial arts. First thing I look at is your ear, right? Like that's the telltale sign.
yeah,
With a hockey player, I'd be like, okay, do you have all 32 of your teeth and are they real? Because for the most part,
yeah,
all of the hockey players that I know that played for a long time or whatever, either they've had fake teeth, like, yeah, dude, I've chipped this tooth, I've broke this tooth, I've lost this, and they're just like, I keep going. It doesn't matter. Like they're tough, right? Like rugby. I met rugby players who are like smaller than, I mean, of course you and I, but like remember CJ in high school, like smaller than that, and it's just like I'm gonna hit you and I'm gonna hit you hard.
yeah.
And so there's a level of course, toughness. And I think the problem in the NBA is like, not that I don't respect Adam Silver, I do respect him. Obviously, he's just not as stern as David Stern was, but
That's
he was
no pun on
no
that.
pun intended.
Yeah,
That's why it's again, that's why it's pretty soft.
yeah,
And,
and
I think if they had a stronger commissioner that had a lot more backbone, a lot more less leeway of things happening, a lot more punishments that go around, and a lot more checks being like, if it's kind of like football, if you're called for flopping, okay, we're gonna review this. If we got it wrong during the game, we're gonna review this after the game. We're gonna fine you. So now, unless you're making SGA money, Luca
yeah,
money, Braun money,
you're
you're
gonna
gonna
stop doing that.
you're gonna stop doing that because that check gonna be light. And so I just felt like he doesn't. I don't know. I'm very like, I know he's more player friendly. I know he's more like, but and that's cool. That you could have that, but it's like, hey guys,
It's gotta be
it's
balanced.
got to
It
be
has to be
balanced. They have to
balanced.
respect you enough, like as a commissioner, which I'm sure they do, but they have to respect you enough to be like, oh crap, if I do that, like this is gonna hurt me immensely. This is gonna hurt my team immensely, right? So like the tanking. Obviously, you can't truly prove it. You have only assumptions. But if we look at the investigation and we're considering you tanking, you will lose a first round draft pick. Oh,
You're gonna think
oh,
twice about tanking.
hey, Wizards, we gonna go on a 5-game win streak. Watch how good they turn. It's one of those things where it's like I feel like he doesn't do enough that I'm clamoring for. Like this has got to stop. Like everybody
Yeah,
that plays the Thunder, every post game I see is like they get away with these calls. They are foul baiting. They're flopping. They're this. And I'm just like, what the NBA gonna do about it? Like the Thunder are a good team without it. That just makes them
yes,
impossible to beat with it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just feel like you said, man, I'm with you on the NBA stage. Kind of soft. There needs to be a lot more balance. And I think it starts with the commissioner. Ultimately, I think that's where it
yeah.
starts. So I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. Um,
No, 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 no.
so
Um,
I don't know.
I think that's just the problem with the NBA is I could tell you probably the last, like, real game that I watched that I was thoroughly like, "Man, this feels like the old NBA," is when LeBron beat the Warriors. I felt like that was like, "Wow, this is peak
Oh
NBA."
man, that was
It
crazy.
feels like the rivalries and all this, like,
Oh,
it
I
just
see.
doesn't
Yeah, you
it
don't see
doesn't
that
feel like that
rivalry.
right now when
Yeah,
what I do like out of, Victor, Wemby, like,
Your
he's
dog.
he's, like, saying, "I wanna win." I don't care. I don't wanna be friends. I wanna win the national stage. I wanna win. I kinda like that. I'm like, "Dude, just start being a dog." Some people need to start hating each other, bro.
Yeah.
Let's stop being friends. Like, go out there. That's why I kinda like Anthony Edwards, his energy,
Oh,
because
that's
he's like,
my favorite player to watch.
I'm way better than you. Like, I'm better than
I'm
you."
better than you, dude.
Um, KD has a little bit of that, but everybody knows how I feel about KD. Um,
I like Katie too, but after that whole after that burner phone incident, I said, "Wait, hey, you
yeah,
you kind
man.
of not that great player, one of the
Yes.
greatest players, just
One of the
just
greatest
talent,
scorers of all time.
talent, and like you can't stop him." But someone said it the other day, and I can't remember who. I don't know if it was Shannon Sharp or whatever I was watching, Kendrick Perkins. I don't know what I was watching, but it was just scrolling on
Kendrick
YouTube.
Perkins
I
he
love
cracks
Kendrick
me up.
Perkins, bro. I don't know
Yeah.
what I know people hate on. I love him.
Yeah.
But it was like they were like, "Yo, I don't." Katie. He's already mentioned he's not a leader. The Rockets right now, they don't look like they have the same energy they did last year. And
Yeah.
obviously, Fred VanVleet's hurt, so we get that. But it's like you start looking at Dylan Brooks and his track record. Is he the best player? No, but like Memphis was different with him. The Rockets were different with him. Phoenix has been different with him. He's been hurt, but it's like, is he a leader in that locker room? Like he's that dog that like the Rockets don't have. And it's going to be another year where I'm looking at KD. Like, I don't think the Rockets are going to win it all. I don't think they have enough to beat the
No.
Thunder, the Nuggets. I ain't gonna lie to you. They may not even beat the Lakers.
But last year, bro, last year,
No, last year,
the Rockets were scary, bro.
dude.
They just they just missed it just a little bit. I felt like they were so scary that the future was so bright, and for them just to be like, "Oh, we need KD to put us over the edge." KD, in my opinion, if you look at the teams that he's won with, that seriously won with. Okay, let's go back to the Thunder. He had Russ, he had Harden.
Ibaka, man, that
Ibaka,
team is
like
scary.
that team was scary. He goes to
Brooklyn?
no. He goes to little snake went to
Oh, go to state because that's who they
Golden
lost to.
State. That roster is nasty, dude. Klay Thompson playing D. You don't even need him for points.
No
The way that team was moved. Steph Curry, one of the greatest shooters of all time. You have Draymond, he's a dog.
leader,
Like even more like David West. Like, dude, the team that they
dude.
had,
Even what? Iguodala, give me
I want
Iguodala.
give me Iguodala.
That dude was
Shut
a
up.
dude. See, and now you're going down that list, right? Because it's like Brooklyn, and then he's going to
Brooklyn, he goes to
Phoenix.
Brooklyn and he can't win because there's no leader there. He needed to be that was your team, bro. And yes, Kyrie's on that team, but you're supposed to be the guy. When Kyrie was there by himself, he was doing it. He was doing it. And then all of a sudden KD goes there and then all of a sudden I want out. Um
I mean, that was man, that was rough because he was literally a toe.
then
That year,
now
mm,
let's do this. It's a pattern happening now.
oh yeah,
And I've been trying to tell people and they don't listen to me. He goes to Phoenix. Phoenix went to the finals the year before.
yeah.
And then Phoenix is trash after that. Like Booker can't even figure out how to work within his system with KD.
Bradley Bill, ugh,
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 like nasty.
ugh,
Ugh.
brother, ugh.
Ugh.
And then he's what
That
with the
you have that
Rockets.
situation, and now he goes to the Rockets. The Rockets were looking very promising in the next couple of years, and now they look like they can't get rid of KD probably fast enough now. And
After
going,
that,
man,
especially
we
after that burner, like the team looks like it. Since then, though, like they were good before. Since that whole burner thing came out, they don't look like themselves. And the
this
one
is his second burner now. Like it's
is it a
just
second, like getting
yeah,
caught? Oh
he
wow,
was doing burners of himself and protecting himself. So fans would be on there going like, "Man, I can't stand KD," and he'd be like, "Dude, don't say
Oh
that about
yeah,
KD."
yeah, yeah. I remember
But now he was talking down on other
his
teammates, and
teammates.
that's where that sucks, bro. Like KD, come
You
on,
can't do
bro.
that, bro. I
That's
was
why I never liked him. It just, I
snake.
felt it, felt it.
It's funny.
Um,
You know what's funny? I'll bring this in case someone comes back to you again. So the only reason, or the only team he won with, was a team he was only added to. There was no subtractions. Every other
yes,
team, it's been a trade. It's been shifting players. So if he was just added to the Suns team versus move, like they got rid of, like I think it was one of the defensive players of the year. I think Royce O'Neal, and then Dylan Brooks, and then same kind of thing. You kind of ruin your
was
jail
Chris
pieces.
Paul was gone too with
Chris
that
Paul,
deal
I
too?
think, was gone, but they got rid of their perimeter defenders, so they lost their
Yes,
defense. Same thing happened with the Rockets. It's like you lost again your perimeter defenders to bring in KD, and I understand what he brings, but he's not a leader. So if you get rid of your leader, you get a guy who's a shot creator and shot maker at 7 foot. But that's the best you're gonna get because he's older. He's also older. We gotta remember he's
yes,
old. Like
yeah. He's old,
he's old coming. His injury probably prone at this point. So like the only team he was added to that didn't have to lose pieces was Golden State, and that's why they won. He didn't have to do the ancillary things. He had to do what I got to just shoot,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, they
just
didn't have to
shoot.
get rid of
They had the
anybody.
same squad. It was the same
Yeah,
thing. Yeah,
the
I was
same
like,
squad.
you just added like if they would have lost Clay and Iguodala or key pieces, you're like, okay, that team's gonna be still tough to beat. But they, we still got a chance.
But then he leaves, bro. He leaves, and then 2 years later, Golden State wins again. So it's just, man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
KD. I try to tell people he is one of the most phenomenal scorers, hard to stop, but he will never be considered, in my opinion, with the LeBrons, with the Kobe's, with the Michael Jordans, because he did not do what they did.
Do you think he can rewrite that epitaph? So you think like if he wins with the Rockets, right? Say
No.
say he wins with the Rockets. Say he wins. Say he wins two more. Then he ties Curry
If
and
he
LeBron.
wins two with the Rockets, then, hey, I got to probably back down a little bit, I would say. But
Just what he's.
this is his last year, man. He's done. He's done.
That boy
He's
said,
leaving.
"I'm done with that
He's
KD.
done, man. He's done.
Done with that snake."
Burning
I really can't believe
snake.
he left. Like I understand why he left. He left because he knew he was going to be in Curry's shadow. Now, to be fair, he was the best player on that team, and it wasn't close. It was close,
And
but
in the
yeah, yeah,
playoffs when
yeah,
they
yeah.
needed to win,
But
he hit big shots.
he
Yeah, yeah.
also, like you said, like he didn't have to. I'm not saying he's a bad defender. He didn't have to do much. You have Draymond on the back. I forgot who their
You had
center was.
Clay.
Zaza Pachulia. I can't remember who it was, but it's like you have Clay,
I don't know. They just had big guys.
You have
Wiggy.
Curry. Like you didn't have to. You just had to fit in, and you're literally a 7 foot sniper that can shoot anywhere. Like you could fit
Yeah.
on any team. But because it's like you only won with Curry, you need Curry to win. I think that mental aspect of like kind of like I gotta prove it. Because if he stayed in Golden State, I would have stopped watching basketball back in 20 like COVID year. I would have stopped. I mean, we're done. But he got hurt, and then Kawhi took it in 2019, I think, and then yeah, he's trying to get his own path. And that Brooklyn team, I really thought in the East, that Brooklyn
The East
team.
is trash, but yeah, I never thought that um he was gonna do it because of his track record, but whatever, I'll get off of KD. I can't stand him.
I know.
But we're gonna play a fun little game now. We're gonna play an
Here we go.
NFL and an NBA thing. But the first one we're gonna do is save four, cut five. So we're gonna do wide receiver version of save four and cut five. Miles is not gonna know the wide receivers. I'm not going to give him a list. I'm just going to give him one at a time. So he's gonna have to save
4.
He could save 4 right away, but he's going to have some dogs in here
I
that he
know
might
that's
miss.
gonna be getting cut, my boy.
Yeah, game cut. So
You can't
how
put 9
confident do you?
dogs.
Yeah. Well, I did. This is the top. This is like the top wide receivers. They're all really good, but
Yeah, I
you have to
it's gonna have to
kind of
be
get.
my favorites, like my
You're gonna have to get the best in there, man.
yeah,
You're
for
just gonna
sure,
have
for
to.
sure. I get it. All right, what we
Um.
got?
Well, we'll start off. How confident do you feel right now?
I think right now my confidence level is high. We'll see what happens when it kicks off, because then I'm gonna be like,
Okay.
good. But here we go.
All right. We're gonna start off with Reggie Wayne.
Ugh! See, my confidence is.
Reggie Wayne.
Oh, it's so hard because he's not even my favorite receiver on that team.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have. Dang, man's got hands. I'm gonna have to say cut because I
Yeah.
gotta
You're gonna
I
have
got
to
I
cut.
gotta see who's coming up.
All right. Reggie Wayne is
Are
cut.
you writing this down? Or should I take a note?
I'm writing it
All
down.
right,
Yeah,
all
I'm
right, all
writing
right,
it down.
for sure.
All right. So we got Reggie Wayne on the cut. You have 4 more cuts, 4 more
All
saves.
right.
We're gonna go Tim Brown.
Ooh.
Tim Brown for the Raiders. Rich Gannon went to the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
no, Tim Brown's solid, bro.
Tim Brown.
You know what, man? I'm at the cut. I got
Yeah. On to cut.
I gotta see who comes up. That dude was a beast, bro.
Mike Evans.
Oh, cut.
Shoot,
Dis-
that was fast.
disrespected me. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm anticipating other names. I think that's the problem.
That's the problem.
That's the problem because I love me some Mike Evans.
Okay, here we go. Marvin Harrison.
Keep,
Keep. I like that's a good keep. Good keep.
keep. These my
All right.
yeah. Keep.
So right now we got Marvin Harrison at keep, Tim Brown cut, Reggie Wayne cut,
Oh man.
and Mike Evans cut.
Oh, okay.
So you got 2 more cuts, and the rest will be saves.
All right.
Okay, so
Shoot.
Hines Ward.
What? Damn it, man.
Hines Ward.
I'm gonna have to cut
Yeah, it's a good cut. Good cut. All right, so right now you got
one
you got
cut,
4
right?
cuts. You got 1 more cut.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we'll go Larry Fitzgerald.
Gotta keep.
Miles, that's a good keep. That's a good
Hey
keep.
man, underrated, one of the greatest hands in the league. I don't care. I don't remember ever seeing him drop a pass. So
All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts and 2 keeps.
right.
At keeps, you got Marvin Harrison, Larry Fitzgerald. Good keeps.
Good
I think those
keeps.
are solid keeps. All right. This is good.
Oh no.
Torrey Holt.
Ooh, bro, Rams? Oh gosh.
Yeah, that was the Kurt Warner, the biggest show on turf.
I know. Because they also had Marshall, right?
They had Marshall Falk. They had Isaac Bruce and Kurt Warner.
Um
Won a Super Bowl
he did, but I don't think
and went to another Super Bowl and lost
but
by 3 points.
but he's not in the Hall of Fame, huh? Or is he?
Torrey Holt?
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
I believe so.
I don't
Yeah, I
think he's.
believe so.
I think that's been a controversy. I want to say, freaking 8, dude. You know what? I gotta. Oh, Because, dude, I swear, if a name pops up that I'm hoping does, I gotta save that spot. You know what? I'm gonna say keep because I got one more cut left. I'm gonna say keep.
Keep. Okay. Kept Torrey Holt. So we got cut Hines Ward, kept Torrey Holt, kept Marvin Harrison, Tim Brown, cut Larry Fitzgerald, kept Reggie Wayne, cut Mike Evans, cut. What name are you kind of looking for?
Calvin.
Randy Moss.
Oh, well, I gotta keep.
Yeah. I couldn't do the next name. I couldn't do it to you.
Dude, what was the next?
D. Hopkins.
Oh.
So then you would have just said yes, or if you said yes to D. Hops and didn't get Randy.
No, cut. I would have cut. I would have cut D Hop. Even though I like D Hop, he's not. No. No.
I think
I was.
So how do you feel?
I do feel good. Who was my cut again?
Your cut was Hines Ward.
Yep.
Tim Brown.
Yep.
D Hop.
Yep.
Reggie Wayne. Mike Evans.
I feel good. And then my keeps were Larry.
Your keeps were Randy Moss.
Easy one.
Larry Fitzgerald. Marvin Harrison. Torrey Holt.
Dude, that's a great wide receiver core,
solid,
bro.
I think you did good,
that's
man.
Now, I was waiting for Calvin Johnson. That'd have been an automatic keep. Like, it wasn't even close.
I didn't want to put too many automatic keeps.
Yeah.
Randy Moss is an automatic
I thought
keep.
you did a good job with the Hines Ward reroute there.
Yeah. I do. I said, because that's a Steeler goat right there.
That's a Steelers goat. One of the I'm gonna tell you right now, I think, and I haven't looked, but I'm very biased, the best blocking wide receiver I've ever seen in my life.
He's up there.
Blocker. Woo! Woo! Just a winner.
Puka's doing a good job right now.
Yeah,
Puka's doing a good job.
Yeah, no.
But Hines Ward complete. Hines Ward complete is
Hines Ward was a blind side.
Yeah. Shit blocker, dude.
Shit blocker, bro.
All right.
I think it was all right.
So I think you did great.
Yeah.
I think the only one, man, Mike Evans would be very hard for me to say no, because he's had no quarterbacks.
And when he did, he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Just imagine if he had quarterbacks.
Like, that's what's so hard, because it's like, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He's gotten 1,000 yards each season, except for last because he was hurt. Only reason why I said cuts because he came early. Now, it's one of those things where I think the placement of the names restructures, obviously, like how the output comes.
How you play the game.
Right. If Mike Evans was, you have Mike Evans or Hopkins. Mike Evans is it's not even close, 6'5". But the other guys, it's hard for me to not ever keep Larry Fitzgerald. I have such high respect for that guy. Reggie Wayne, the only reason why is because he played with Marvin. Marvin was my guy when he played with the Colts. And then Randy Moss, come on, man. That's already self-explanatory. And then who was my last keep again?
Torrey Holt.
Torrey Holt was tough. He's just tough. But like, my favorite receiver of that year or that team was Isaac Bruce. But Torrey Holt, underrated. He was kind of like
he was the finesse. He was the finesse.
He was
guy.
the finesse guy. He was the, what do you call it? The Bengals. It was like Jamar Chase and other dude. I'm blanking on his name.
T. Higgins.
T. Higgins. The T. Higgins of the group. You're like, this guy could play anywhere. But he was fast. They both were great pass catchers, but
he would catch the ball and go out of bounds. Like, he really was.
Yeah.
He wouldn't. He's like, I'm not getting hurt.
I'm not getting hit. And so he's always available.
Yeah.
And so, it's like, and he could jump out of the sky. So,
with the way the list was going, I thought you did a really good job at the keeps that you kept and in the cuts. The big moment was Hines Ward. When you cut him, I was like, okay, he's doing well here.
Yeah,
you could even keep Tim Brown over Torrey Holt too. I feel like Tim Brown is a really good wide receiver.
Yeah, that
solid wide receiver.
He might
he's
be
got a lot of records.
I think he's better than Torrey. But again, the name, the order.
Torrey lasted longer.
Right.
Tim Brown didn't last as long.
Because Tim would look for contact. Timmy.
Yeah.
Go down.
Timmy. All right, here we go. NBA. Now,
NBA.
this is a different game. This
All right.
is ranking from 1 to 10, but I am giving you one name at a time,
Oh,
and you have to rank them not knowing the order that I'm giving them to you.
yeah, this gonna be
So I'm
tough.
just going to throw names, and you got to. So all these players. Yeah, I would say all these players don't play anymore except for one.
Go.
Okay, so we're going to start off right away. KG. One, and this is 1 out of 8. So you got to put them somewhere, and I'll keep track.
1 out of 8. You give me top 10?
You want to give me 2 other players?
No, you said 1 out of 8. You're not giving me 10 players?
No, I'm just giving you 8 players,
Oh, sorry. I
and you
thought
have to put them in an
order.
order of 8,
Got it. Okay, so
and I'll
KG.
keep track. KG.
Oh man, I have too much. I have way too much respect for KG. I'm gonna say because I don't know the list and he came first. I'm gonna have to put him at 4.
Okay, KG at 4.
Yeah.
AI. To anybody that doesn't know, Allen Iverson.
Yeah. Yeah. For those that don't know, sorry. Yeah.
All those two out there.
Yeah. Oh
That's
man.
crazy though if you didn't know, but whatever.
Oh, I know. I gotta put him. Shoot, not that was I should have put KG at 5, but I'm gonna have to say 5 for AI.
5
And
for
again,
AI. Here
it's
we go.
because I don't know
Okay.
who's coming.
Okay. D Wade.
That's that's my guy. So I'm gonna be biased, bro. I'm putting him at 3.
Yeah. 3. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's my dude. I ride with 3.
Steve Nash.
Oh, I'll put him at a solid 7.
Solid 7. Shaq.
Fucking A. What do I have? I have 3, 4,
So you have 3,
4, 5.
4, 5, and 7.
Oh, dude. I already messed up.
Shaq.
Dude. Oh man.
This is going to be telling.
Well, I have 1 and 2 still open, right?
Yeah.
My next one will be 6. Like my next slot open is 6.
After 1 and 2, yes. Then 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah, he ain't going to 8, 9, or 10. So it's
There
gonna
could be
be.
some nasty names on your name.
I know, bro, but if there's 3 names you bring up, and to me they're better than Shaq. But Shaq is my favorite center of all time. I got, I gotta put him at 6. Damn it!
Whoa. Whoa.
I gotta hear the list, bro. I gotta hear the list.
Okay. James Harden.
Oh my lord! I gotta put him at
James
8.
Harden.
8.
8. Tim Duncan.
Or I have to put him at 2. But he's better than this. I started way too high, bro.
Your last person is great.
No.
Mike Bibby.
10. Get him out of this. Oh my word. What do I have left? 1 and 9.
It was only out of 8 players.
Oh,
That's why when you put Shaq at 6, I went, oh no.
I for some reason thinking 10.
You could have put him at 2 and just been safe.
Well, so
Or put him at 1 and just said, hey man, I didn't know the rest of the list.
no, I think I went. I was thinking top 10. I thought I still had the bottom 4. Yeah, I would have if I had not had 1, 2, and 6. He would have been for sure 1 or 2.
If you can move one person,
Shaq.
Shaq and Bibby,
Where do I put Bibby?
you put Bibby at 1.
Bibby. So if I restructure the list, Bibby's
So
last.
you got Bibby at 1, Tim Duncan at 2, D Wade at 3, KG at 4, AI at 5, Shaq at 6, and then Steve Nash at 7, and James Harden at 8.
Yeah, so I would have Shaq as my number 1 based off of this list.
Okay.
I would have.
Well, you can only switch to you can
Oh,
only
if
swap.
sorry, I was just thinking if I restructured the list, but yes.
Okay, well, if you restructure the list right now,
Oh, Shaq. Then
Shaq at 1,
Shaq at 1. Then I'd have to put Tim Duncan at 2. Then I have to put D Wade at 3. Keep him.
which he already stayed
She
there,
stayed
which is
there.
good.
Then I'd have.
Tim Duncan already at 2, so that was good.
Oh, I can't remember what I had. And then
Yeah,
I forgot who the other players
you got
were.
KG,
KG would be at 4.
that was good.
And then who did I put at
AI
5?
at 5,
AI would stay at 5. And then 6, 7, and 8. Harden. So Mac Bibby be last. Harden, and then who was the other one?
Steve Nash and
So
Harden.
Steve Nash above Harden. And the only reason why I have no, whoa, damn, that's hard because
It is, man.
Steve Nash had
Two-time
he.
two-time
I'm gonna tell you
MVP.
right now, I was alive during that time, and so are you. You know damn well Kobe deserved one of them things, which is why I'm going into it.
He deserved both of them.
If I'm saying if not one, right? If not one,
One year he scored 30 points.
that was the that was the year.
30.
The,
And then the other one, it was like 29.
yeah,
I was like,
no, again, the disrespect is ridiculous, and that's why.
it's 15. He was 50. So if you look at just the basic 3 stats, Steve Nash was like 15 with 15 scoring and 10 assists and like 3 rebounds. Kobe just didn't have double digits he just only outscored people.
So he just has single digit rebounds and assists,
So he had like
5 rebounds and
5
5
rebounds
assists.
and 7 assists. And it was like, wasn't that enough? And he scored 30 points and the other guy scored 15 points.
So I put Harden above. So Harden to me,
yeah, I think
Harden's one of the
Nash.
regular season players I've ever seen in basketball history. Now he was
Yeah.
kind of the start of like that flailing into that, the layups and getting those free throws. I respect because
Falling
his
down.
step back
Yeah.
threes were crazy. And he averaged like 40 or 50 points in 1 month. It was kind of crazy.
The free throw merchant for sure.
Free throw merchant. He played the game the way, hey, he got the foul, he got the call. It is what it is. So I'd have him above Steve Nash. I'd have him at 6, Steve Nash at 7, and Mike Bibby at 8. I, for some reason, was still thinking top 10 and not 8. So I kind of ran out of that real estate, but I would have definitely
You said Shaq at 6. I went, whoa,
yeah.
You got Shaq under KG, and
yeah.
You were hoping for. I was not going to give you a LeBron. I was not going to give you a Kobe. I was not going to give you a Michael.
So that's what I was like. If he gives me a Kobe, Bron, or Jordan, I have to reserve some spots. And that's why I still had
awesome. Did awesome during the NFL portion. The NBA
goes to show you, NBA sucks now. no.
All right, man. Well,
great.
we're running out of time now. Miles, you got anything to say or anything to shout out or anything like that?
No, I don't think I have anything. I mean, only thing that's new is that I'm switching over to AT&T.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
There we go.
For all my AT&Ts out there, yo, hit your boy up. Got a new line. No, but
I don't know why they would hit you up.
I don't know why they would hit me up. My number's still the same, so it doesn't matter. But
keep my number.
They saved me $80 a month from T-Mobile. So now I will say I T-Mobile for 20 years. I love T-Mobile, and I will go back if they were to reduce the price. But I'll say I save $80 in my pocket per month. But outside of that, man, just working and staying sane, I guess. I don't know.
If I have to shout out anything, um, go watch the new um Undertone movie. It's a scary
Is
movie.
it good?
So anybody loves scary movies, that kind of looks like a scary movie.
Have you?
I have not watched
Oh,
it,
okay.
so I can't fully shout it out, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna shout it out.
Hey,
Looks scary.
it looks like it's one of the scary movies gonna come out this year. So
Project Hail Mary, people are just glazing that till it's dead, but
Project
I'm not
Hail
gonna go
Mary, I
see it.
don't know anything about that.
Exactly. Um, yeah. Alrighty, y'all. Peace out, man. Thanks for another episode, Miles, and we out.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.